Hello. I wanted to make a video today to show something about universal back doors. And when I say universal, I don't mean like universal conversion cabinets or some universal like 60-in-1 generic arcade cabinet. I'm talking about Universal, the brand. And when I say that, it's people who made, Cosmic Avenger, Cosmic Alien, in this case, 0 Hour, Mr. Do, Ladybug, things like that. And the reason I'm showing it is these are two games. They're both 0 Hour cabinets. One's going to be a Galaxy Wars, one's going to be a 0 Hour, that I actually have to make new back doors for. And they're not just cutting a piece of plywood. It's a door system. And so let me explain this. So the top of these games is kind of interesting in itself. The top of the game has the front piece that has a rectangular cutout that lets you access the light fixture. Some of these had speakers. If you didn't have this, it would just be a rectangular piece of wood with a rectangle cut out with some support in there. So you would cut smaller pieces of wood, probably glue them on to act as an overlap that supports a piece of wood that goes in. That piece of wood looks like this. It's just a rectangle with 4 holes in it, and you just screw that in and let you access the light fixture and maybe the speaker and other things. Then the back panel, the back sloping part of the top, has 3 holes, 1 hole for a grill. Good luck finding the grill if you don't have it. And then 2 handholds. And these handholds are just rectangles, but then they have a box inside that makes them filled. And they're flat here, but then they're slightly recessed here. The box is bigger than the hole, so you can actually grab onto. You're probably not going to be missing that piece. Then the next part is the top piece on both of those. That's just, again, a rectangle with 2 what I'm going to be calling sleds, which are these kind of single pieces of wood that's cut out that let the game slide on its back if you were to do that. So that's the main piece. Then it has a lower piece that has a 3-inch diameter circle that lets you have the cord holder. That's a piece of metal that's held in here. Good luck finding that if you don't have it, but it would hold that in. And then it's got a hole for a grill, for a vent. And then the sled pieces are more centralized here, whereas they're more outside here. So this cabinet doesn't even have the bottom piece. So here's a bottom piece that I made. I cut out, again, I'll put the dimensions probably in the comments, and I'll post them on a thread and cloth. But the dimensions I had were for inches. These were Japanese cabinets, so they probably technically were metric. I used 1-inch Sande Plywood. You can get that, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but you can get that at like a Home Depot. You could probably get better wood, more sophisticated wood. It's really up to you. You could get all kinds of stuff, match Japanese plywood, but this was good enough. It's a back door for me at the end of the day, so I didn't need too much. This is actually not removable, the bottom piece, so I'm actually going to glue supports in and glue it in and clamp it in, and it'll fit in the bottom. So that will go in the bottom of this game. Then what you have to do is create the middle part, which is one of the more sophisticated pieces. So they have an attached metal piece, not metal, but an attached wooden piece. These are these middle sections. So they are just a rectangular piece of wood with another handhold cut out. Now I can show you the back of these. This is the one I made. It's a box. So you have to make a little box, glue it to the back. The box is bigger than the hole, so it actually has a handhold here. It's got the 2 sled of the rail. And then as you can see in the back, it's framed with other pieces of wood that act as a lip for it to catch on the upper and lower door. And then this slides right into the middle of these games. So it would just slide in right into the middle. And then it's got 2 holes on each side, which attach to metal brackets. So you have to have these metal brackets, and they screw on the side of the cabinet, and they screw on the wood and then attach that. And then that middle piece becomes fixed. Then when that middle piece is fixed, you can attach 2 doors. Here's an upper door that I made. Again, it's got the 2 outside sleds. It's got a framing system on the back. So there's wood that frames it all around. A thicker piece on the bottom. And then what this does is it's got 2 screw holes at the bottom, here and here. And those screw holes allow you to attach a piece of metal. This is too big. I went to cut this. I got this from McMaster Carr. You can get all that. You could probably use anything you wanted, other pieces of wood, metal. But you're actually going to put this in a screw here, and then it's going to rotate in place. And when it rotates, then it fixes across that middle section and locks it in place. So then when you want to open it, you have to reach up into the cabinet, rotate it, and then you rotate to release. So this piece is the upper. And so what this does, sorry for this, this is not a professional video. It slides in and locks. Did a pretty good job of lining it up. It slides in and locks, and then this middle piece would be here. You'd rotate the piece of metal down and it would lock in place. So you have this upper door. Again, this video is what you get. Then the last piece here, I can tell I'm running out of cell phone camera time. This is the lower piece. Again, the slide rails, a simple hole for a lock. This then will sit on this bottom piece and just slides in like this. Now you can see here, let's focus. Love these things. You can see that the rails don't match up. Like these lower rails are centralized, these outside. The outside rails match the entire all the way up, but they don't in the bottom. That's just because the circular cable hole would be in the way. I don't know why they did that like that, but anyways, that's how this is. It goes in here, then this literally locks. The cam will come up and catch that middle section once it's in. And it just has a slightly different framing system. I've only got a couple more seconds here. I'm by no means a carpenter. I just cut these all with a table saw and then glued them together with clamps and wood glue. So good luck. I'll post more dimensions. Hopefully that gives you some sense. This video is already long enough, but you know, good luck. You get an idea. 3 sections plus the bottom and the top, which hopefully you'll have. All right, good luck.